got discovered at a Starbucks by a photographer and got tricked into modeling.
Being scouted can be good when you're picking the right person to scout you. This is Sarah.
I got discovered at a Starbucks by a photographer and got tricked into modeling. So this photographer tricked me, well, he didn't trick me. He tricked me to go to agency, but first he kind of like begged me to shoot with him because he said that my face inspired him and he was a legitimate photographer and he was showing me his portfolio and he sent me to meet his agent and all this stuff. So he was not some creeper, not some guy, because that was my problem too. I didn't trust anyone. Like if someone wanted to shoot me or wanted to sign me to their agency, I didn't trust anyone. I thought every scout was just, trying to get in my pants, or, I was just very cautious of every person I met. But this guy was legit.
Take me back to the time when you first went into an agency.
I didn't know it was a modeling agency. There's not like if we went into LA Models now, like you see like everything. There's nothing there. So I'm just sitting there, and then all of a sudden these two women come out and they're like, "Hi, I'm so and so, whatever," and they asked me my name and stuff, but he had already told them whatever story about who I was and showed them my photos, and they were just like looking at me, and then they asked me, "Do you have time to go to this casting right now?"
How has modeling changed your life?
Modeling changed my life because it made me realize that becoming a model and being on covers of magazines and all of that didn't make me special and more beautiful and more important, but it did empower me. So it made me realize that it wasn't modeling that made me these things, it was me. I always was these things, but modeling somehow empowered me to see that in myself.
Wow. Speaking of empowering yourself, tell me a little bit about what made you want to start writing this book.
Yeah, so I wrote a book called Supermodel You, and I started writing it kind of from the beginning, from first starting to model, living in model apartments, and I found myself as this kind of go-to person for models who were, mostly it started out with what should they eat and what kinds of exercises should they be doing, and we all didn't know because we're all young and we all just don't have any clue, and the agency's telling us to do one thing and be one way, and we just don't know, and we're on our own. And so for some reason I just became the go-to person, and then I had agents telling girls to call me and get a hold of me, and girls texting me, and
like, I'm gonna write a book.
I just became this person that was teaching people and telling people how to eat and what exercises to do, but I didn't really know all the answers. And so I was like, okay, I gotta find out all the answers, and I need to make sure that I'm giving people good advice and healthy advice. And so I just started researching everything I could about, health and well-being and, taking care of yourself and being your supermodel self, which is, to me, is like your healthiest, most beautiful version of who you are. And everybody has this like supermodel version. And so that's how the book started.
Bye.